Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So I have my nails prepped already with a peel off base coat, so we are going to jump straight into applying our nail tips. For those of you who are new to my channel, we are doing something a little bit different today. I did start an astrology series that is centered around nails and the horoscope of each sign. So I'm going to be talking through a majority of the Gelx application. Hopefully it doesn't bleed into the nail art. So if you're interested, stay tuned. If not, feel free to use the timestamps below to skip over this section. We are jumping into Scorpio's horoscope. I am very late. I do apologize. I'm going to apologize every single video that I do that is late because a lot has happened. A lot has been happening in my life. I'm not going to use it as an excuse though, so I'm going to do my best to see through the entire zodiac sign. I'm not skipping anyone. I do not care how late I am. So for Scorpio, I did miss your season. I did miss last month. Last month was pretty hectic. There was a Scorpio new moon. I don't want to talk a lot about the past since it's not really relevant, and I want to talk about this month and the next months ahead. By the time this video is published, it'll be past the Gemini full moon, which was on the 4th of December, and this is occurring in your 8th house, I believe. On the surface, this full moon looks pretty underwhelming. There isn't really much going on. Luckily, there's not many squares, and all of this is occurring in your psychological house in your astrology chart. And I also want to mention that Mercury just went direct, and so did Saturn. So there's a lot of good energy for you guys, a lot of good movement. This Gemini full moon should give you a lot of much needed clarity about what you want to do with your life and any dreams and goals and aspirations that you have. Jupiter is currently retrograde in your 9th house, and this also deals with your goals, your spirituality, your belief system. So this being in retrograde, this is going to be a time to reassess what you actually want, what do you actually believe in. And also Jupiter is trining you, even though it is retrograde, so there should be some blessings that you will be receiving around this time. Along with that newfound clarity that the Gemini full moon is bringing you, Jupiter in Cancer in retrograde is just kind of asking you to keep the faith, keep being delusional, keep dreaming big. You need to definitely do that. Scorpios can be very pessimistic. Honestly, fixed signs in general, you guys can be very pessimistic. So this is asking you to dream big and expect the best. Don't hope for the worst. And then we do have a Sagittarius new moon at the end of the year. This one can be a little bit challenging. It's going to kind of oppose everything that I said in the beginning of the month regarding the Gemini full moon. So towards the end of the year, the Sagittarius new moon is going to have a square to Saturn and Neptune. And there's going to be a lot of planets in Sagittarius with this Sagittarius new moon. This Sagittarius new moon would be occurring in your 2nd house of finances, and this would definitely bring you monetary gain. I will say it does come with some challenge just because there's a square with Sagittarius and Pisces. These are both Jupiterian energies. These deal with our hopes and dreams, our beliefs, our faith, blessings, and because these energies are clashing, there could be a moment for you to recognize and see where there's limiting beliefs in your self-worth and your finances. That could be extremely highlighted for you this month. Since there's a possibility that you'll find where these issues stem from, you can definitely use this time, especially at the end of the month, to set an intention to gain clarity on these themes in this area of your life. Alright, and Saturn in Pisces also went direct in your 5th house. And your 5th house deals with your hobbies, your interests, your romance, things of that nature, things that are fun for you. And having Saturn there can be it can be a bummer because Saturn is about discipline, it's about structure, and these type of transits can be tough if you do not learn to work with it. You guys will be having Saturn entering your 6th house, which rules your health, your physical being, and your job as well. I don't find Saturn to be doomsday transits. I genuinely don't think they are. It's just they really emphasize the importance of discipline and routine. So there will be some newfound responsibility that you will have to make when it comes to your daily routines, as well as your physical health and your body. There also might be some newfound responsibility in your job as well. So it would probably be a good idea to get ahead of that before it moves into Aries, which will be in March of 2026, which is literally around the corner. Try to be more active. Maybe there's something you're neglecting about yourself that you're not realizing, because honestly, I think Saturn transits highlight what you've been neglecting neglecting. So figure that out. Definitely look into it. There's definitely something about yourself, your physical health, or your body that you're not paying attention to. And this would be a good time to reflect and sort that out now before it becomes a problem 2 to 3 years down the line. I don't really see any problems or issues popping up for Scorpio placements. The only thing is Pluto, but that's not going to be squaring you for a while. Maybe for some of you that do have your Scorpio sun, moon, or rising in very early degrees. But Jupiter and Saturn are trining you, which is a very harmonious aspect in astrology. So you are going to be receiving blessings until March of 2026 when Jupiter and Saturn leave the water signs of Cancer and Pisces. So yes, there is a lot of blessings and lessons for Scorpio placements. Again, like I said, the end of this year is a really good time to focus on what you really want. Work on your perception of life as well and your worldview. It's not everything is so doom and gloom. You can have a happy life. Do not expect the worst, especially this time around. Like I said before, Jupiter is bestowing you with some blessings. So that's all I had for Scorpio. I hope you guys enjoyed your season and I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your year. I'm gonna stop talking now. Hopefully I'm not too far into the nail art, and I will catch you guys on the next part. Alright, for the gel art, I ran a poll in the community tab to get some ideas and opinions from you guys, and everyone voted for long. Well, not everyone, but the majority voted long, and we did get some comments for the nail ideas, and I really love that there's so many comments. Thank you guys so much for adding your input. Unfortunately, I couldn't do short. I gave in and did Gelx. There's one subscriber that keeps pressing me for Gelx, so I did it for you this time. I hope you guys like it. I'm covering all my bases first. There's only 2 nails that needed a nude gel polish, so that is what I added. I only did 1 layer because we are going to airbrush it later. I also have a trick for you guys to get the gel polish really close to the cuticle without flooding it and without also using an additional liner brush. So what I like to do when I take out the gel brush is I like to make sure that the back of it is completely free from gel polish, or at least it doesn't have little to any, and only one side should have a fully saturated side of gel polish. I'm going to apply this on the nail, and I'm going to very carefully press and push this into the cuticle without flooding it. You want to get it as close as you can. If you can't get it too close, that's fine. Just work as slowly as possible and it will spread really well. Now that my nails are airbrushed, I'm going to apply a matte top coat on my nails because we're doing some gel art and I really don't want to mess up the airbrush design because I just know I'm bound to make a mistake. I'm using the black gel polish and I'm going to create an abstract design here. Now we're going to do some 3D gel art. I wanted to use the other solid nail glue gel from Makartt, but I wanted to try this one because there wasn't much left, but honestly it was a really big mistake. This is way too flimsy to use as a solid builder gel. I was trying to wrap this sculpting gel around the nail to make a snake-like effect, but it just didn't work out. This solid glue gel was too sticky. Next, we are going to create a abstract outline. I'm just using Born Pretty's metallic painting gel. To finish this look off, I'm going to apply a top coat on all of my nails, and I will be curing this in the lamp for 60 seconds. So here are how my nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love red, black, and silver together. I just feel like it's so gothic and so complimentary. I do have everything that I used linked in the description box. Scorpios, I hope you enjoyed this nail set. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I do hope to see you in my next video.